Hi everyone.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
My name is Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up! Products from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com, and you'll receive a handmade card from us the following month, and free extra gifts if your order qualifies, like the Stamping Lamb Squad tutorial, the Global Creative Project PDF and video tutorial, and the Mega Bundle Dandy Garden tutorial as well. So yes, so loads of freebies if you do order from our online shop. Just make sure you use the current host code.
Yes.
So yes,
and where can the current host code be found?
On our website at mitosocrafts.com, or I've added it onto the community tab as well as our Facebook page. So we put out a couple of live streams throughout the week, Sundays and Wednesdays, so it's worth subscribing to our channel if you'd love to see more card making inspiration using Stampin' Up! Products. We do a random draw as well a couple of times during the live stream. So if you add in a comment during the live stream, or if you're watching the replay, do pop in another comment and you'll be put into the random draw. So before we do that, we'll say hello to those of you who are already in. Thank you so much.
So we have Janelle, who was nice and early tonight. She got front row seats.
Ooh.
So Janelle, Janice. We also have got Angelina, Betty, Rosie, Vicky, Steph. Who else? Devon, Maureen, Gian. Sorry, I must skip past you, Gian. They're so sorry. Mum or Sandra. To everyone else, you can call her Mum. That's fine. Sandra BL, Sue, Kathy, Deborah, Riga Ann, Karen, Jackie, Arlene, Caroline, and then it jumps all the way down to the end there. Where did they go to?
Linda,
Cindy, Maureen. I think we've got
Duffy,
everyone there. Duffy.
Thank you,
Lots of
Christine. Hello. So hello to everyone. If you are new or just seen us today, do pop in the comment how many times I'm gonna ask Barry for favors as well. So we do a guessing game. So it's just for fun. I brought everything on the table, but I probably have forgotten something. But so yes, so I'll be demonstrating the Glossy Die Cut Emboss technique. A lot of you have asked how for me to show that, so I thought I'll do that this evening. But before we do, we'll do a random draw for this lovely card made by Barry last time. So using the masking technique as well and coloring, I'm just like
so we're going to pick a winner for that one right now. So let's go over to that screen.
Good luck, everyone.
That's good. And the winner is going to be, so there's 22 of you.
Wow.
There's a few of you that got a few last minute things in, so well done. There is 22 of you, and the winner is going to be Steph. Well done, Steph.
Yay, congratulations.
That card is coming over to you. So message us, just a normal routine, just formalities. Message us, Barry and Jay at mitosocrafts.com, and we will pop that one in the post to you as soon as possible. So great, we're going to crack on with tonight's demonstration. And there we go. So
Yay.
well done, Steph.
Well done. Whoop, whoop. Right. So for today's demonstrations, I'll be using the same as we have done in the last couple of lives. So the Hey Birthday Chick bundle, which comes with the stamp set and the the Birthday Chick dies. So, ooh, fire speeding with cats. So yes, so this die comes with 11 dies, and it coordinates with the images on there as well as added dies, which is great because it's got the happy birthday sentiment. It's got the embossing as well on there, so I'll be using that later. And that, I think it's like a sack of something. I don't know. Some streamers, I call it streamers. And some, I don't know, it's like hash marks, scratch marks, I guess. But those are the ones that I'll be using, I believe. Yeah, maybe that one. I haven't decided what sentiment I'm using. Also, to showcase the technique, I'll be using the stitch nested labels dies. So this comes with 9 dies in different sizes. I've already taken off the ones that I need, and the thing that I need was the largest one and the third one from the largest. But this one as well is quite nice because it does the, what do you call it, pinpricks on there. So that die is there. And I'll be, in my challenge to myself, I'll be using some DSP, so pattern paper, and we still have loads of the Dandy Garden, so I thought I'll use these. Although I'm actually using like the random bits that Barry's already pre-cut. So yes, so that's what we'll be using. Let's have a look at my card. So before I start, I'll actually do some coloring first, because why not? I've got a big card there. I'll just cut that up. So I'll be doing some coloring with the blends. 10.5, that's halfway, that's fine. And just some quick coloring. I know Barry's already done a lot of coloring as well with the blends, so I thought I'll just quickly do, because I need them, so might as well. So Memento, and these chicks are just so adorable, and it is the bundle that we're focusing on for the Global Creative Project. That looks okay. And you get that free as well if you order. Or if you can't order from our store, you can purchase the tutorial as a standalone on our website as well. And there is a saving that you can get if you subscribe to the 6 month. You only pay for 5, so you get 1 free. I don't know how many I need. Shall I do the small one? No, that's fine. So the blends I have, I've got so many. Barry was like, don't put anything on the laptop, so I'm trying not to. So I'm gonna color this one. I do have, where is my sample? I've lost it, oh well. So I'm just gonna do quick coloring of this one in Mango Melody and Poppy Parade. Dark. So with this one, I'm actually only gonna highlight like the edges. So some quick coloring for you. I can't see my sample, so I'm just gonna.
You lost something.
No, that's fine. It's buried somewhere.
Surprise, surprise.
Already. So I'm just outlining, and then I'm going in with the lighter shade.
What is it you're actually looking for?
My pre-colored one. It's fine. It's somewhere there. And then going back in with the dark again down here, and then the light on the feet. And the beak. And then What's that?
Some pre-coloured ones.
Oh yes, that's it. Thank you. Just put it there. It's just so I can see.
You can have that as a freebie one.
There we go. So you can use the color lifter. So I tend to not use the color lifter that often, because it's more, I use it more for taking, like pulling the colors back in if I go over the lines, and I do go over the lines, just to put that out there. So I just kind of like went over the light mango melody. So I'm gonna go over, can you actually see? This is what, and then over here. And again with the color lifter, just on the edges. There, so that is done. Actually, just under here and under. So I'm not coloring everything. I'm just highlighting the areas that, so with the dark, I'm going where the shadows are. So I'm using that as my darker shade. And then for the feathers, I'm gonna use the Poppy Parade. Thanks, Mandy. Oh yes, Mandy, we received a package from Mandy. Thank you so much. We were so spoiled. It's like loads of treats from Canada, and we have press and seal as well. So thank you so much, Mandy.
We have sent you an email with something,
Yes.
so check that out.
And let us know. And we already had what was it, Mr. Big. We had Mr. Big the other, was it last night? Yeah. But there's loads of chocolates, sweets, crisp.
You did confuse me though, because it arrived in a Stampin' Up box, and I'm thinking, Seth, what have I ordered?
Yeah, Barra was like, did we order anything? Because yeah, it came with a Stampin' Up box. So I think Barra's getting confused. So I'm going over the tips with the dark, and then I'm blending it in with the light closer. Sorry, it's so tiny. So with the tips, and then I'm just gonna quickly color this. Yeah. So the cupcake, shall I cut off the cupcake? No, I'll leave it. So for the cupcake, I'm just gonna use ivory and bronze. So this come as a bundle. So I thought I might as well use both of them. So the bronze for the base. Again, just highlighting, or not highlight, was it low lighting? Low lighting. And then with the ivory, I just went over the rest, and then I'm gonna use the ivory for this because that will have shadow from there, and then at the bottom here, maybe it looks okay. And we'll have a brown candle. Oh no, a red one. Red one will be better. So it's I just wanted to color it like this way. Normally I would use the designer's paper to kind of like inspire the coloring. But the Dandy Garden, I do have a couple of designer's paper that I've kind of like picked out. So I have the Bumblebee, which there's no blends for it. So there's Mango Melody is quite a close one. Mossy Meadow, and Misty Moonlight. So I'm gonna do the same for this one. Actually, I'm gonna change it. I'll use the Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. So loads. So I'm gonna add Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy to the other two. So the ones that I've done previously using this kind of like technique is this one. So again, going over with the darker shade for the outline and then just adding it in. So I don't actually know how I'm gonna color this in these colors. So let's have a play. He said, I'll just do it quickly. So reds for these. What's that called? Does anyone? The tufty. Is it actual feathers? I don't think it is.
Yes, it's the.
Is it the feather?
It's
No.
the detail.
No, but it's. I'm sure it's like, I don't know. Oh, Tommy, sorry. I have to apologize to Tommy. I put something where he was sitting down. So let's have a look. How will I? Oh, Tommy, don't nudge me. I'm coloring. There you go. Right. I tend to open everything up. It's probably not good if you don't open both up, because sometimes I do that and I get so confused and I put the wrong lens to Barry's annoyance, shall I say. Right. Okay. So blues and yellow. Ooh, that was the alcohol. Sometimes it can, like, when you open it too forceful, like some of the alcohol comes off. So yellow for the feathers. And maybe the tail. Feathers. It's covered in feathers. I mean, like the wings. And just going under there and then blend it in by going over with that one, with the light. That actually looks okay. You get white chickens, right? But I'm gonna color her like a rooster, I guess. All right, I don't need the yellow anymore. So this is Night of Navy, and that's Misty Moonlight. So I'm gonna, if you're coloring a whole area, I would use the brush. So I'm just gonna color really quickly. It doesn't matter. We will see, because I want it textured. So this is the light, and most of it's gonna be going over with other colors as well. That's funky. Dark Misty Moonlight.
The thing below the chin is called a wattle.
A wattle? Did you just Google that?
Jeanette's just put it
Oh, thank you, Jeanette.
she's put several things up there. You can also call something a crest. It's called a comb. Mandy says mohawk, maybe.
Ooh. See, you can use what's already been drawn on and just go over it.
Jeanette has chickens. Jeanette has chickens.
Oh. So I'm gonna use the light Night of Navy. So which is actually darker. Ooh, that's interesting. So I'm just gonna use that as the edge. So I'll mix it in with the light Misty Moonlight, because that's kind of like got a, did I just do the dark? Not the light. That's got a harsh blend. So if you are playing, just make sure that you kind of like mix it up a little bit. So for this one, I'm gonna go in with the dark. The dark is not as dark. Let's have a look here. There we go. And then blend that in. Blend it in. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in again with the light just to cover the white bits, and then because the leg is there, I do want that a bit more so you can see it. So I'm just adding a bit of shadow under there, and then mix that out. I did use Pretty Peacock on some of my coloring before as well, which look quite nice, but I thought I'll just keep the two colors. And just add loads of dashes for a bit more texture as well. And if you want, because that is still too light, you can use your color lifter. Right, I'm gonna, with the color lifter, you do want something underneath, if you have kind of like nice table, just to hopefully pull that down, because it does spread out a little bit, and it does give you a bit of texture as well. I don't know if you can see. I'll bring it out. It's always, but it's always, I can't control it as much, because when it spreads, it just lifts around what you've already done. So wait for it to dry and then go back over again. You're right. Light of navy. Okay. Sorry, this is, I can just color, right? I'm making it too complicated. So I'm just gonna.
Complicated. You can do what, Johnny?
Oh yes, you can do our coloring online masterclass. The current one available, and our first one is the magnolia flowers, and the next one is Hey Girlfriend. So you can book that on our website as well. Shall I color that in ivory? So yeah, so it's in-depth coloring. So it is a long video, and I go over every single detail. So hopefully you'll be practicing your coloring with me, and then trying out new techniques that maybe you haven't done before.
And what's happening on the 30th?
I don't know what's happening on the 30th. Oh yes. So it is pre-recorded video where you can obviously watch it at your own leisure, but there is a live Q&A Zoom session as well. So anything that you have problems with, you can ask beforehand, and I can go over it during that live. Or if there's not many questions, I can just color with you. Right. I don't like that. I think I prefer it darker. There we go. It was too bright. Right, I'm gonna leave it there.
We're streaming to YouTube, aren't we?
Yes, we are streaming to YouTube, not Facebook.
That's how our classes are going.
and that's how our classes is gonna go on from now on, because what we found, we do a couple of online classes every month, and our groups have kind of like gone to like over 100. And we have had messages before saying, what group is it on? And there's so many groups, and yes. So we decided to just have one big group. So all of the things that you need will be emailed to you, but that group is kind of like there so you can share your projects as well and ask questions if you need to. So that's my coloring done. I did go over it quite a bit. I'm gonna just do those two. So before I bring the die cut, what's the other one? The Suki. So the Glossy Emboss Die Cut Technique. So I'm gonna have, where's my paper? I've already cut them. Yeah. So this is soft suede card, and it is an offcut, but I'll tell you the dimensions later on. So really, it is so easy. That's why I kind of like colored first. Clear sticky tape. So you do have these, or parcel tape. So I found that the wider it is easier, and you won't have many joints, but it is harder to stick on. But I'll show you a couple of things, and you can do the just a glossy die cut without embossing it as well. Right, I need, so it won't, I'm only adding that one because that's plastic, because I don't want it to stick on there. So you literally just stick that down. You can go over it. Normally I would have my face right on my head right over the top, just so I can see, and then just smooth that out. So this is one of my, your sticky silicone mat would be good with this, but you can just use any plastic sheets at the bottom. So that's one down. So I'm gonna use that one, and then I'm gonna die cut a couple of different things as well. And I've only done like die cuts before, so I might do a huge panel depending, but we can all I've already put some stuff on the laptop. We can all experiment. So I have, what do I have? Oh, this one. So you know this one. So I showed you earlier, it cuts and it embosses. So it's one of the things that's quite cool with this die set, that it embosses. And there's other dies like that from Stampin' Up. If you have a thin one, you can just go straight on. Can you see? Yeah. And then either just go over it or just cut it down. So that's 2 down. But if you are just using it for the die cut, if you're just gonna die cut it without embossing it, I do suggest you use a bone folder just to smooth that out. Because if you do leave marks on it, you can still see it during with the die cut. But if you're embossing it, it should be fine. It'll be fine. So that one, for that one, I'm gonna have that one, and I'm gonna use Sahara sand. That's too long. But I won't show you. I've already cut a couple of these beforehand for both cards. So one I can use for one card, and the second one I can use for the other. Hopefully I use both of them. one, and I'm gonna go big next one. So I'm gonna do a layer. Fingers crossed it works. I'll cut paper. Oh, me. So I'm gonna take it down 1.5. 1.5 centimeters smaller than the card front, or that is, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 3/8 of an inch. One, is it though? I'll have to do that again. 1.5 is there, is it? That can't be it. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9/16 of an inch. Sorry, I can't count, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, 9/16 of an inch. So, right, how am I gonna do this? Can I do it that way? Let's do it that way. Yeah, that's fine. I won't cut it. I'll just go like that. So as mentioned, I haven't done this before, so I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we'll all see. So it probably depends on what embossing folder you're gonna be using as well. So if you're gonna have like lines, having joints should be okay. So I'm gonna use either subtle, but I do like the painted texture as well. But I don't know if this is gonna work with the painted texture, because that one's random. I'm using my left hand. I'm surprised I haven't messed this up yet. No, that's a lot. Not even one yet. Yes. I brought everything. What was that, Barry?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Okay, that edge was a bit funky. Right, now I'm going to do this. Ow. Yeah, just fold it over. There we go. Cool, let's do some embossing. Well, let's tidy up first. Because, yes. Ooh, what am I going to do with that one? Shall I do I don't know.
Cliff asked a question earlier on about the colour in Masterclass, saying if you haven't got the Magnolia, would you recommend any other stamp set at all which would work well with it?
Yes, we had one attendee already that's using the small magnolia and the remarkable you. It's an old set, but I do go over each petal and how to color it, but I kind of like describe what you need to look for, and kind of like how to use the blends as well. So hopefully you can see how I'm coloring and then apply it to other stamp set as well. You do need kind of like a big, the way that I color the magnolia is quite kind of like blendy. It's quite detailed. And I used the blend kind of like I wanted it to be blended really well. You may have seen the sneak peek or a photo that I shared using the small magnolia. That's how I did the big magnolia. But I can probably, I'll bring a couple of the samples out for you later on. So we'll do some die cutting now. Right. And some embossing. So I'll die cut first. So I'll die cut. Where did it happen? There. And I was like, where's my stuff? I shouldn't really. There we go. So that one goes there. Shall I be brave? Is that close? That's fine. Oh, I moved it. There we go. And for the coloring, the Hey Chick, I'm focusing because it's quite a small. It's not really small, but it's kind of like there's loads in there. We'll be focusing on skin tones and coloring the dresses. What am I doing? I still need that. Did it move? I think it did, but it'll be fine. So that's one, and then that's two. So we can die cut these. Ooh, what's happened? I pressed something. Are we still on? I kind of like touched it. I don't know what happened. Is that okay?
Everything looks alright.
Okay.
That's got to count as a 1 because it's got me up panicking. And so as he touched the live stream, and everything looks okay.
I guess you can have that.
That's fine.
So these ones, I'm just gonna, so this one is just I'm just gonna die cut, but you do have the glossy effect. Nice and shiny. So it's kind of like, it's like you've covered it in glossy accents, or what's it called, the other one, shimmery crystal effect or something. And this one, because it's embossed, it's got embossing on it, you can see the details like you've embossed it. So that's cool. Let's have a look at this one. I haven't done this one. Ooh, that's nice. I did not cover all of the card up, but it's only at the tips and you can't really see it. But again, it's got the embossing on there. So now we're gonna do the embossing of the bigger pieces. No, die cut first and then emboss. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So we're gonna die cut this piece. So I said the largest one. Oh, are you gonna work? Yes, you are. Right, and we're just gonna cut that. Let's have a look. I can feel it, it should be fine. Because that one, it cuts in the center of that. What's Tommy doing? He was doing something down there.
Have you not done the tape thing yet, or are you doing it now?
What do you mean? This one?
Yeah, it's just Angelina's asked what are you doing with all the tape, but I don't know if I'm a bit behind on the comment.
This is already the
Started doing
tape.
it
I've already added the tape.
yet? Are you now doing the technique with it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It's just that I'm a bit behind on the comments. I'm asking, have you done the tape technique yet?
So clearly Barry hasn't been watching.
I have. I've just been doing other things.
So we're gonna cut that. And then we're gonna cut the other one. So I'm gonna emboss this first so you can see that the stitching is there. I'm gonna emboss it and then die cut again, and you can see that the embossing is still okay afterwards. So with this one, I'm gonna use the plank, pine wood plank. So we still have the older one, which is the dynamic textured impressions embossing folder, the mouthful one, but you can get this on the 3D now. But for this one, I think I just need the one and the cutting plate. And the way I'm gonna align it, I want the lines going down, and you probably would already guessed what I'm gonna be making with this. And this one is back to front. So I find that I prefer the actual back side of this one. I don't know if you've noticed that before. So I'm using the shiny up towards the back, lining that up. He says, no, that should be fine. And this one down there.
Liking that idea.
So you have that, and I'm gonna go back in and cut the smaller piece. So that one was the largest, and then this one was the third from the largest. So it's not the second one; it's the third. So I'm gonna cut this up again. So I need all of my plates. And I'm gonna align that. It's got an indent there, so I'm aligning that where that indent is. Alright, I'm just gonna stand up because I do want this to work properly. I have made another one so I can show you if this doesn't work, but I do need this piece. So even though I've kind of like die cut again after embossing, it still kept the detail on there, so it's actually fine to emboss and then die cut. So I'm gonna move that aside, and then we're gonna try this funky one, well, a full one. So for this one, I'm gonna use the subtle, and let's see how that works. Because it's got lines. The wood would work on it as well, but I don't want too much wood embossing on the second card. So with the subtle embossing folder, you have the lines. So I'm just gonna go with the lines, and hopefully those lines you can't see. But I just need to double check. So this one again is the older version. So I've got a different sandwich to what you will need for the newer version, which is the 3D. stiffer. Right, fingers crossed. I'll just get. I think that's everything done. So you can kind of see it, the lines, but I think it's okay if it hits it. So at least it's embossed it, so that's good. So I'll still use it, and it has given it, although it was clear, it's kind of like giving it a very vanilla or creamy color on there. Right, let's make cards with our elements. Let's tidy up first. That's fine. I'm conscious. So this one. So because of the colors on here, I've kind of like gone more neutral with my coloring. So this one is Crumb Cake. So use your normal card base. And I'm gonna have that one. What other ones have I got here? Is that tall enough? Oh no. I think I cut up my tall one. It's just gonna have to do. So that's done. So this one was just an off cut. I think it's like 2 inches. You can have smaller ones. So I'm just gonna have that there. I'm gonna make a chicken coop, I guess. Chicken coop. Is that a thing? It sounds real. And I'm just gonna cut this. So that is 2.5. It actually just already there, but just to make sure that that's straight. Look, I messed it up. It was already so close, but that's fine. It adds more texture. Okay, so that. So for this piece, I'm gonna use that edge and cut straight down. Turn it over, cut straight down. And I'm gonna have that as kind of like the front shed. What else? And then I'm gonna make the rest up with these. So glue. And also we can kind of like have a step with the off cut. So if you just cut that straight, and then we can glue that on. Because it's obviously glossy, and it's if you're using Tombow, you will need to make sure that you leave it a couple of seconds to dry. Or put something like on top or something. Shall I have 2 steps? 1 2 step? 1 2 step. So I'm gonna add this piece. This one I would have, it's just again another off cut, so that's probably 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch smaller than the card height. So I'm just using off cuts. There. And then this one I'm just gonna cut after I've stuck it on. It's all the way up. I just want a hint of that Sahara sand on there. Quick, quick, quick. I didn't align it all the way to the top. Open it up and take off the excess. And then we're gonna add these. So I'm probably gonna use this one. If you don't like the really harsh outline, you can go back in with your blends. I'm just gonna use ivory again just to dull it down. I've just lifted it off because I don't want to mark the table, the wallpaper. So you can do this beforehand as well, so it'll be easier. But I find that it gives you an option, like if you cut it first and then to see if it works with the white edges. If it doesn't, then you have the option to color it. Most of the time I do like it, but if it's like white on white, but because of the card base, I think it's better. And it does pop out, even though it's got the misty moonlight on there. So let's make this up. So for this one, I'm using the mini, and I'm cutting the edges off because that fits in there. Where's my pick tool? Right. Oh, see, I can't even pick it up properly. So that one goes there. It doesn't matter, but I just want the edges to line up. So don't forget to add your comment if you haven't done so.
48 so far, 64 watching, 48 names.
Oh wow, cool. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us both. Really do appreciate it. Oh, I've just
31 thumbs up.
Yay, thank you. So this one I'm gonna align the top edge right on the top as well. If I can see, okay. Yeah. So that looks like a shed, right? Right? He does. So that. Sorry, I tend to like have like my layouts pretty much the same. I don't know if you've noticed, but I do like it to have like something diagonal, not diagonal, horizontal, and then vertical, and then horizontal, and then a sentiment somewhere in between. So we are just gonna go with that. So flat on there. And I guess it kind of like mimics the Tasteful Touches card that I did with this layout, but I didn't stamp on the card base. So that one I'm gonna add dimensionals. Maybe one more. That was like really odd. It's fine. I was gonna move it. I was like, it's too close. So that goes there. And that one, if it cuts in, I'm just gonna cut you off. Yeah. And then just stick that down. And I'll probably add linen, linen thread. Oh, that was close. Linen thread, where are you? I do have you somewhere. Yeah. We had loads of the old one because we did a bulk order before. And we got this one, and it's actually thicker than the older one. It feels thicker anyway. So just add a bow. There. Oh. Oh no. There we go. Make sure your snips are free of the sticky tape as well, because it will stop it from working nicely, or any glue for that matter. So I'm just curling up the ends. Yeah, that looks right. If it doesn't curl, I twist it, and if it doesn't fall where I want it to fall, I glue it, because it's your card. Why not? So sentiment, I think that's gonna be too much the same, so I'm gonna stamp a sentiment quickly. Which is, where's the stamp set? Tell me you got it. Yes, you do. Oh, let's just go with the happy birthday. I did think that you can put as well, because it's spring, right? You could always do the happy spring as well, or the happy from there, and then the spring from the stamp. Right. Can I have this one here? Two sides. No, I'll just use that.
In Nina's asked, I said, well, would it also be fun with birds and branches? Do you think it's a fun thing? So I think I've understood that correctly.
Yes,
So birds
especially
and branches, yes.
as well, creating that on there. Oh, I just pinched myself. Right. So I'm just gonna cut this. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's wonky. It's the font is quite playful. That's my excuse. It's fun. Happy birthday. See, I didn't like that bit. We can hide it. There we go. Yes. And then that's gonna go somewhere in there. Okay, let's do that. And what embellishment do you think goes with this? Any guess, any ideas or suggestions even? Would be amazing. We do have something else. But I realized the time. I've been like yakking.
You're not doing a second cut, are you?
Well, no, I can do the second card really quickly. If everyone's okay. You can watch the replay if you have to go. And the second card is so then I can just do the full layout. This This was supposed to be the simple one, but I've kind of like just thrown everything on here. So I'm gonna just insert that. Actually, where I'm gonna put you? Normally I have something to. There. Stick it down. Stick it down. There. So first card done. I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'll stick the edges later on because I need to get cracking with the second one. The second one, 10-fold. I'll see if I need that one. Oh, it's there. That looks alright. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cut this smaller. So this one was 1.5, wasn't it? And or 9/16 of an inch. So I'm gonna cut this down to 1.5. So then if I do 12 instead. Oh no, I'm gonna do 1 centimeter, or that's 3/8 of an inch. So 13.6. Of course you can gut it, but I thought I'll just keep it as is and then use. So I was gonna use this one. If this didn't work, I was gonna do top and bottom, but I think it worked, right? So I might as well use this one. So stick that down. Is there enough glue up there? That's Tommy snoring. So that's 3mm gap border around, or 1/8 of an inch, and I chose basic thick white just because I had it pre-cut already.
Janelle Anderson has just asked, what kind of tape did you use?
It is just sticky tape. This one was from Pound Shop.
Big packaging tape, isn't it?
Or for this one I used the small one, so I layered it up. You can kind of see it in some of the lights. You probably can when it hits, but I think it's still okay. I just wanted to try it as a full panel instead of just a die cut as well. Let's see. Oh, is that? There was a dust sauce. I can cover it. So I have pre-cut some of the elements as well earlier, which is that one. And I've already made myself one just in case it didn't work. So we can just do the same, but we're gonna use the chicken. Is this the one I colored? Yes, it is. So you have two chickeny. I can still do that. Yes, I will do it. Okay, I just need a tiny bit. So an inch. or 2.5. And it was, so I'm gonna have it the same size as the layer, which is the second layer, and then I'm just gonna add this on top. So that one is, so off cut, this is 7/8 of an inch, or 2.2, but obviously just use what you have, which I am, and that's an inch. So that first layer, yeah, that's fine. I thought it was that one, but it's the second layer. It's the first layer, and that's fine. So I'm gonna have that there. This one. There. Again, it's just hints of the DSP because we do need to use them up. Might as well. So you can have up there, there, and let's do you behind, and then the happy birthday against there. Yay, yay, yeah. Okay. Should have done something there. There we go. Is this piece, and yes it is, this piece was from the die cut, so it embossed and it die cut at the same time. There we go. Can we get away with the white border, you think? Everyone. White border or ivory border for that one? What are you laughing?
Robin Plummer's just going to say, I love how you talk yourself into it all.
So it would have been nicer to have used the adhesive format like Barry did the last time. But so I'm just gonna use that on.
You didn't want to ask for it.
No, it was kind of like a hindsight because I didn't know what I wanted to do with this die cut if I was gonna use it. So I am gonna use it. Actually, that looks okay there. So I don't have to do loads of stuff. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna deconstruct. Nearly done, honest. I'm gonna deconstruct and then move the cupcake. Because why not? So then that can go there. And that can go there. What's everyone saying with the white? Okay, thank you. All right, let's do this. It's done. Of course, you can't go with. Did anyone say about the embellishment earlier? Before I finish. Sorry, I wasn't looking either. I mean the large background white piece, is that, or just tape? This one is embossed as well, Kathy. It was embossed in the subtle. I did want to try it with the.
Kathy's just asked, I mean the large background piece.
Yeah.
You just asked.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I think the happy birthday sentiment is a bit lost in the barn. I love how you see things how you're going. You think? Yeah, it would be nicer higher up, right? Right. Cut. Right, there we go. Da, 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 da. So I'm gonna add you there. That's where you're staying. Because you're probably gonna get covered anyway. Sorry, I'm talking to the bow. I'm making it larger so at least it's not hiding too much. If the glue dot allows me. Because most of the time I do this, I'm just like, yeah, and then change my mind. There, okay. That. There. I'm stingy. You're gonna get a small one for the feet. There. There we go. Where would you put it, Jeanette? I can die cut another card. Ooh, ooh. Yes, we'll do that. Good thinking. All right. I'm gonna die cut happy birthday again, but in white. So just to finish up. So it will stand up. So we're gonna offset it like Barry did on his card, like somewhere. I can't even remember. Ooh, I haven't even used that one. Did anyone miss that one? I cut it. I must use it, right? I'll insert it somewhere. Thank you, Steph. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So Steph said, I always talk to my cards as one. They can't answer back. And two, they always do as instructed with the little man. Manhandling, that's funny. Right, where did I put it? Here. So, but instead of the shadow with the black, I'm gonna use a white. So that's got white. And you got white. How's that, Jeanette? Is that better? Okay, so let's do some tiny gluing. So I'm just gonna dot. I was like to Barry, I won't do a fancy fold. It'll be faster. This one. Because I have done a few prototypes of fancy folds, which I can show you soon. So I'm just offsetting there, just a tiny bit, to hopefully, so you already have the the glossy effect on there, but you also have the highlight from the card. And I can still have you in the barn. Barn, yeah. Right, because it's shiny, you do need to press it. Where I'm gonna put the feed. Cupcake. There you go. I'm gonna hide you. See, it stopped. It moved. Right, you will stick down. Right, that's done. I'm gonna hide this feet under here. And then we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. After the cupcake. So I completely failed at not putting stuff on the laptop. So I'm just moving that. Don't forget to add comments if you haven't done so. And did anyone say about embellishments? Stick, stick, stick. Stick, stick, stick. There, there. So we do have these two cards. Let's see. That looks, because of the colors, I quite like that for like a masculine male cards. What do you think? I think it works. So you don't really want masculinely embellishments, do you? But all we have is shiny stuff. Shiny, shiny. Ooh, you have that. In good taste, so it's got wood element.
And that's it. Nah, it doesn't need embellishment.
Are you sure? Always space for embellishments. Because I want to hide. There's a dust there. I have to hide that. I don't want to give it to you if it's got it, because it's the cat's fault. It's always the cat's fault. So I'm gonna do the crosses for here, and then maybe the circle there. So I'm just gonna do 3. There.
We're doing a last call for names.
Yeah, last call for names, and then Barra's gonna go over. Just moving my stuff. I think you can still get there. Yes, you can. So
Betty's H says no embellishments, it's shining enough.
that's why I opted for the wood, because it is shiny, but it's a different texture.
Shiny and
I know I asked about embellishment, but I'm gonna add. Sorry.
Who's got Madonna in their head, Nick?
It is shiny and new.
Oh, well, there's an ink spot on the other card. Question mark,
Where?
question mark.
Oh, that one. No, that's actually from did I just glued my finger? That's from the card, or I think it's from the card. 1. We'll do 2 there. There you go. Because you're adding each year an age. But you're adding 3. Plus 3 times 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. You're right.
Yeah, come on, Tommy. Yeah.
And it's gonna be here. There. Everywhere. Oh no, there's dust there. There you go. There, and then the 3 from here. Oh, if I do that center, I'll see like cool. Ooh.
Robin says you need tweezers for those little pieces.
We do have tweezers, but we have one that is. Oh, Tommy just jumped on Barry's back as he bent over.
I was so restrained then to not swear.
Well done.
Ooh, ouch.
I would have screamed.
He's just jumped right on my back because I was bending over to pick something up.
There we go.
I've got blood bleeding going down my back now. This claw's already sharp.
Yeah, I need to cut them.
Sorry, everyone.
There. So thank you so much. These are the cards. Hopefully you love them, and apologies that it's taking longer than anticipated.
But they are beautiful. They are good.
they?
They are lovely. So, also Arlene says, I love the chickens and the chicks so much. I cannot wait to try making these cards with it. Yes. Yes, please feel free to copy and copy what we do. That's what we want to do. Give you inspiration. So great. Yeah, that drop shadow on that one there just makes that pop just a little bit more.
So thank you, Jeanette. Yay!
So good. So we're going to pick a winner now. So I've got everyone's names in. So everyone who has entered their name into tonight's live feed has been entered. So we are going to just cue that up.
Whilst you're doing that, I will show the fancy fold. So I've been playing with fancy folds that I was thinking of doing. So this is like a automatic flip something. Flip something popping card, and this is an alternative of it because I wanted a like the triple layer, but I thought I don't know if it does it need that triple layer, but yeah.
So are we doing a class on this? Are we doing a video on this? What's
happening? I'm not sure because next Wednesday it's the new annual catalog launch. So we're probably gonna go on an hour earlier.
Maybe even an hour early or half an hour, at least half an hour early.
Half an hour early.
So we can be finished for about 7:30 ready, so we can we want to be finished by 8 o'clock so we can just go and see the new catalogue. So we may come on a little bit earlier. Or Jay's just going to need to be quick and only do one card and keep it to 45 minutes.
That's why I made all of the templates. So then
I reckon 7 o'clock still on Wednesday, but you just keep it to a 45-minute stint.
Cool.
So good. So we've got everyone's names in there. So if Jay wants to bring over the screen.
Yeah. That one.
So good. And the winner is going to be, so everyone's names in. So good luck, everybody. The winner is Karen. Karen, congratulations. That card is coming over to you. So email us, Barry and Jay at mitosucrafts.com with your address details again, and we will pop that in the post for you. Look at Tommy there in the background. Look at him.
What is he hunting? So thank you so much for joining us. Do watch the replay, or if you're watching the replay, pop in another comment and you'll be put into the random draw for this card. Look how shiny. It's so shiny.
It is shiny.
There you go.
Tommy says hello.
It's like, you've been on for so long.
I need far too long. He does. He needs his cuddles.
There we go.
Say hi. Everyone's missing you.
No. Oh no. There you go.
So good. Excellent. All right. So thank you everyone for watching. We will be back with you again Wednesday night. Check the time. We may be on a little bit earlier. We may be on the same time, but we will see.
Thank you again. Stay safe and have a good day.
Yes. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye for now. Bye.